Hey everyone, this is Zaeem Siddiqui from Zeus Reviews, and today we're going to have a look at the Pictek wireless touchpad keyboard. But before we get to the keyboard itself, which is awesome by the way, spoiler alert, let's have a look at what else you get in the box. You get the user manual, which tells you how to use the product, and it's important to note that there are actually two configurations for this particular keyboard. The first configuration uses a lithium-ion rechargeable battery, which you can actually recharge using the mini USB cable they provide. And the second configuration uses two AAA batteries, which are not included, and also you cannot charge them using the mini USB cable. So let's just have a look at the keyboard itself. I'm going to start with the back and show you what the battery configurations look like. So at the back, that is where your RF receiver is tucked away, and it's packaged really nicely because first of all, it's a very small, it's a nano receiver, so you can just plug it into your computer or Android TV box or iOS device, whatever you have, plug that in and it's hidden away. And secondly, it's packaged really well, so it doesn't rattle about when you move the keyboard, so the receiver will not fall out. And actually, speaking of battery, let me just show you what the configuration looks like. So I've got the lithium ion battery version here, and this plugs in simply just like so, nice and easy, and I can charge it using the mini USB port at the top of the device here. If you've got the second configuration, which uses AAA batteries, they would fit in this area and you would not be able to charge your keyboard using the mini USB port. So every time your battery died, you just have to take the batteries out and put new ones in. So I'm just going to pop my battery back in like that, slide the back cover on like so. It's a very simple setup. So once you plug your USB into your device, computer or whatever, plug it in and then you can just start using this. Very easy. It's a plug and play option, and it's compatible with pretty much everything. So Android, Windows, iOS, Mac, Linux, Ubuntu, it'll work with everything. But not all of the buttons will. So for example, my home button should take me to the home screen, but on Android it doesn't always work as well as it should. The search button works fine, media button, mail app. If you've got more than one mail app installed, it'll ask you which one you want to use the button for, same with the media app. And on the left hand side here, you've got your volume keys and your media controls. You've also got a mute button here. On the right hand side, you've got your traditional navigational keys. Right next to the touchpad at the bottom here, you have your mouse key. So this is the right mouse key and this is the left mouse key. This doesn't do much in Android, but for a Windows device it's actually pretty useful, so it's good to have those keys. If we talk about the touchpad, it's a nice size. It's not too big, not too flashy. It is not a multi-finger touchpad, so you can't do zooming in, zooming out. There are no gestures here. It's just a single finger, simple touchpad just for navigating around your user interface. The little blue lines here mean that this is a scrolling region, so you can actually scroll through your web page or document just by moving your finger up and down this area of the touchpad. I'll show you how that works in a few minutes. At the bottom half, you've got your nice 6-row keyboard. The keys are really well spaced, so they're nice and far apart. They're easily pressable with your thumbs. You don't have to use your nail and actually find like a pinpoint the specific keys and do that. So you can just press it nice like a normal keyboard. They offer excellent travel, they're very responsive, and they've got a nice rubberized finish, which means that they're not too clicky, because nobody wants a loud keyboard when you're watching TV. It's really annoying, so it's nice that this is fairly quiet. I'm just going to show you how to turn it on. There's a switch at the top here next to the mini USB port, and you can see that the LED started flashing there. Every time you interact with the keyboard, the middle LED will flash, so it'll just remind you that you're pressing something, because for some reason you need a reminder that you're pressing a button or interacting with a touchpad. On the left hand side of that really bright LED, you have the charging LED, so that just lights up when you're charging the keyboard, only if you've got the first configuration. And on the right hand side here, that's the indicator telling you that your battery is dying. The keyboard is meant to be universally compatible, and it's nice that they've got some really good specific features for Windows. For example, if I press the function key here, bottom left, and then I press enter, I can actually go to my Control Alt Delete screen, which is really a great feature to have in a universally compatible keyboard. You've also got specific features like home, end, print screen, which is actually pretty useful, and you can actually turn the touchpad on and off using this. In terms of build quality, this does feel just a bit light even with the battery installed. It doesn't feel cheap as such, but it would have been better if it was just a tiny bit heavier. Good. So you can see that the touchpad, the mouse is moving on screen, and I'm just going to open up a web browser to show you the scrolling feature. So there we go. I'm going to go down here, click on that, Google Chrome opens up. Yeah, I was just reading about the election, you know, Trump's doing this stuff, and if I want to read this article, I can use the scroll sort of area on the touchpad here, and I'm just going to scroll down, and you can see that you can scroll through the entire web page or document. It does scroll a bit quickly. You can slow that down depending on how quickly you move your finger across the touchpad. It's pretty good. It's nice and smooth. There's no lag, there's no delay, and it doesn't sort of stutter or jutter. It's nice and smooth scrolling. Of course, you can also use the arrow keys to move across the web page, although that does take a bit more time and it's just not as intuitive, I suppose. Touchpad is a lot quicker and it looks pretty cool. It's easy. You can press a search button here to go to a different URL. Let's say I want to go to I don't know, Lifehacker, so I just type that in using the keyboard, and it's pretty quick. As you can see, lifehacker.com. I can use a special .com button there, and then, you know, use my touchpad here to select the right website, tap that, and it'll load automatically. So overall, a very, very nice keyboard. It's easy to use, it's intuitive, and it just feels comfortable in the hand. I can use it one-handed, just scroll through the website. It's absolutely ideal for media centers or Android TV boxes or even Kodi. It's pretty good for Windows if you'd like to do a presentation and you're away from your laptop or computer. I haven't had the chance to try it with Mac or an iOS device, but I imagine it'll work the same. And yeah, very, very nice device, very small, good build quality, excellent keyboard. I'm very, very happy with this. If you've got a media center, this is definitely a must-have accessory. This has been Zaeem Siddiqui from Zeus Reviews. Thank you for watching.